I'm Gokce. I'm a senior paid media consultant at Vervant, and I recently finished my master degree in business intelligence and digital marketing. I'm a Brighton SEO speaker, and this April I will also speak at Hero Conference. I'm a creator of All About Digital Marketing and Data Analytics newsletter on LinkedIn. You can scan this QR code and follow my newsletter as well. And lastly, I am a cat mother. I have two beautiful cats, Büftek and Souffle. I wish to talk about them today, but we are going to talk about edge copy testing with AI models. First, we will look at types of AI models, and then we will talk about edge copy testing structure, how can we structure our hypothesis, our methodology, and last, I will show my case study findings to you. So, let's start. Have you ever think about, is ChatGPT enough your PPC tasks? Actually, there are more AI models that you can explore, and you need a full palette of AI models. For example, there are text-focused AI models, for example, GPT models, Claude models, and there are image generation models. Also, there are video or audio generation models. You can easily generate images with Midjourney or Flux, or you can easily generate video or audio with Sora or 11 Labs. But now, most of the mainstream AI models is becoming a multimodal where you can create both text or images together as an input or output. But today, we will mostly talk about text-focused ones for our edge copy testing. So, there are more LLMs than ChatGPT for your edge copy testing, such as Llama, Gemini, Claude, or even DeepSeek. So, after we explore the world of LLMs, now we can look at the edge copy testing. First of all, in the hypothesis, you should ask yourself what questions you would like to answer in your edge copy testing and create your proposition. You can create your proposition according to your goals, your KPIs, or even your client's expectations. For example, you can create a hypothesis like edge copy generated by AI model X will perform better than human written edge copy. Or you can create a hypothesis like edge copy generated by model A will outperform by model B. Or even you can test multilingual AI generated edge copy will yield higher engagement metrics than an English one. But I will talk about this multilingual edge copy generation in my Hero Conference talk, so stay tuned. And also you can test purple kittens in the edge copy, maybe it makes your brand pop. So let's look at the main part, methodology. In the methodology part, it's important to choosing your models, formulating your prompts, gathering your data, analyzing your results to ensure a methodological approach. So I craft a methodological structure for you, and all you need is for edge copy testing is here. First of all, in the experimental setup, you can choose either A/B testing or multivariate testing in your edge copy testing. And then you can run your edge copy testing in platforms such as search ads, PMax, or meta ads. But be careful to be consistent in terms of time targeting, budget, and bid strategy. And then you should select your AI models. There are many AI models that you can easily use, and even you can test the human-generated ad copies together with them. For the ad copy generation, you can generate your ad copies in the AI model's native platform. For example, in the ChatGPT's interface, you can easily create your ad copies in there, or you can use the tools like Langtail or ThinkBuddy, where you can access all of the AI models in a one single interface. And I highly recommend using Langtail rather than the AI models native platforms. So then, in the ad copy generation process, you need the standardized prompt for your each AI model. And you can use different kind of prompt techniques when you are crafting your prompt. For example, you can use few-shot technique, cross-lingual, expert simulator, or chain of thought. And don't forget to include your brand guidelines, unique selling points, and your CTRs in your prompt. Also, you can also include the campaign-specific needs, such as number of copies, length, or even your search keywords. And last, you have to determine your KPIs. You can select metrics like CTR, ad strength, CPC, or conversion. But I believe for the ad copy, most important metric can be CTR. And you can analyze your tests with statistical analysis or ANOVA analysis. So in this graph, you can see most of the text-based prompt techniques that you can employ in your prompt process. And as I said before, I highly recommend to using Langtail. Why? It's because it gives you a direct access to various AI models, APIs, and it gives you a flexibility, and you can avoid predefined limitations in the native platforms, for example, word count restrictions. Sometimes when you ask something to ChatGPT, ChatGPT's answers cut out because of the word count restrictions. But if you can use the Langtail, there is no word count restrictions. And you can also customize according to specific AI model characteristic. As you can see in this screenshot, you can arrange max token numbers from there, and I'm mostly using highest max tokens. And it's also simple to use for marketers. And you can run all of this process in the Langtail's playground feature. So let's look at our test design. You can run A/B test or multivariate test, and for your A/B testing, I'm recommending to running this test minimum 4 weeks period after you pass the learning period. And you can choose medium level budget campaign according to your all of the monthly budgets, and you should use 2 AI models. And you can use the Google's or Meta's native experiment feature. For example, for the search ads, you can select custom experiment, and you can create your trial campaign. You can test different ad copies generated by 2 different AI models. And in this test, your independent variables will be your AI models such as ChatGPT or Claude or the other ones, and your dependent variables will be your KPIs. For the multivariate testing, I recommend to running this test minimum 4 to 6 weeks, and you can select either medium or high level budget campaign, and you should use minimum of 2 AI models, more than 2 AI models, and you can experiment this test manually. If you are not using smart bidding strategies, you can set your ad rotation as a do not optimize for ensure equal impression distribution. But if you are using smart bidding strategies, you can also select ad rotation as a optimize. It's also best practice, and you can structure your campaign like that. You can also create different language ad groups, and you can insert your AI generated ads into it, or you can create different product category ad groups, and also you can include your AI generated ads in your campaign. In that structure, your independent variables will be your AI models, and if you want to test also language specific things, the language also will be your independent variable, and your dependent variables will be your metrics again. So let's look at the prompt engineering. Instead of writing like this short prompts, write like this. So let's look at in detail. First of all, I am highly recommend to using chain of thought prompting with expert simulator technique. As you can see in here, I started my prompt with as a Google search ads expert, and I also say thinking step by step, and I split my prompts as a step. And I also feed my prompt with my examples. You should include your ad copy examples in your prompt. Then you can specify your search keywords, your negative keywords. As you can see here, I said based on the best practices for flight industry search ad copies, you may use the following keywords in your ad copies. It's important to include your search keywords in your ad copies. So as a best practice, we should highlight this in our prompt. And you can also include your unique selling points like reliable and affordable airline or direct flight advantage, and you can also include your CTRs. You can mention campaign-specific ad copy length or numbers, because most of the AI models are not good at the math. So I use this method at least 24 characters and at most 30 characters. But be careful about your output, because sometimes AI models can be mistake. And lastly, I include the do not show final review at the end of the reply as a last step, because I don't want to see any reasoning explanations in my answer, in my output. So I just want to see my headlines and descriptions, and I don't want to use my tokens. So we need to also analyze our data, and I run ad copy testing with AI models. And in my ad copy testing, here's a brief of my testing. I will keep it short. I run the multivariate testing in the Google search ads with a 40 days time period in a medium level budget campaign. I run this test with ChatGPT 4o, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and human-generated ad copies in various languages like English, German, and Turkish. I also ran this test in Langtail. I use cross-lingual expert simulator and chain of thought prompt techniques, and I measure the CTR at strength and CPC, and lastly I analyze with descriptive statistics and two-way ANOVA analysis. So let's look at the results. In my ad copy testing, at strength results, you can see Claudie Sonnet 3.5 was the winner with an excellent ad strength in German and Turkish ad copy. But when we look at the CTRs, ChatGPT was the winner for German and Turkish ad copy. So, while human-generated ads generated more traffic, AI-generated ad copies were more efficient. And ChatGPT 4o also performed well in low-source languages like German or Turkish. So let's look at the English one. In the English, human-generated ad copy was the winner, and then Claude follows it, because Claude models are more friendly in English. And also, when I'm producing the ad copies, ChatGPT 4o produced similar output in English language. It can be because ChatGPT's extensive training data in English might lead to more generic or average output. So, what's next? You can also test wisely with the latest AI models, such as ChatGPT o3 Mini-High, Gemini, Llama, and DeepSeek, and then you can learn and scale in your campaigns, and you can share with the ppc.live community. Thank you for listening to my talk. Let's connect for more PPC stuff.